Hello and welcome to ETCIO.
Hi, Varun.
Hi Ripu. We've talked a lot about uncertainty and what kind of opportunities they bring in. But when it comes to the context of a CIO, do uncertainties actually bring about opportunities? And if yes, what kind of opportunities can there possibly be?
Well, yes, uncertainties do bring in a lot of need to think and be prepared for handling that. And therefore, there is always avenues to improve yourself. The best is to look at opportunities there because as uncertainties will remain, we need to keep on innovating and innovating fearlessly. When we have technology helping it, that becomes easier because now you have data which is going to give you certain trends and you're more prepared to handle that uncertainty. Every business today is impacted with that. There is increasing uncertainty about how your business is going to be 2 years, 3 years down the line with increasing disruptors, maybe from within your industry or externally, and how as a company you are prepared to handle that. Technology plays a big role here, and so does a lot of leadership here. When it is mixed in the right manner and right governance model, technology has enabled organizations reach those limits which were unthinkable.
Can you give some examples to just flesh it out?
Yeah, I mean, look at today the banking industry itself. Banking industry disrupted itself to some extent, adopted new ways to reach out customers, faster ways of reaching out customers, making customer service more and more friendly and available just at the fingertips. You don't have to walk to a branch. You get everything on around banking at your doorstep. And more importantly, the way and the ease of doing transactions. You don't have to go for shopping today, for example. You can get everything at home. And you have more choices. That gives you more flexibility. It drives down costs to the consumer. And technology today in many sectors, even if you look at car sector, technology has disrupted. People are looking at electric cars, driverless cars. And there will be so much more that data sets can enable that industries have to be ready to take the information sets and make actionable insight. And be able to do that, they need technology to help at device levels to not just churn the data, but work on that actionable insight in that time frame so that you don't have to wait for the data to come back from a different site. It is available locally, it is available at the site where action has to happen. So this is how we are seeing trends change. People are utilizing new technologies like AI, ML in a better way today. These technologies were there 30 years back, but now with more compute power, more networks being connected, bandwidth being available, today true AI is helping meet those business challenges much better. And new avenues are coming in, new business streams are coming in, which defines that industries have to keep innovating and use that innovation to drive more business and be able to differentiate. Every organization has to create a differentiation for itself, not incremental, but unique differentiation, so that they can survive much longer than others. And technology plays a real critical role.
So when you talk about technology, that's the core of a CIO's role. But when it comes to adapting to this change and creating an opportunity from uncertainty, how important is the technology aspect versus the leadership aspect?
I would say leadership in the order of leadership and technology. Leadership without technology on its own cannot do much today. We have had examples of leaderships not being able to go the extra mile if the technology piece has not been with you. Leaders who have adopted, embraced technology and used it in the right framework across the organization have been very successful. And leadership is not necessarily hierarchical. You can be at any level to show the leadership. You can today look at organizations which have empowered their field force so much that they are taking decisions. And those decisions can be very impactful, and therefore the leadership is right at the forefront. And organizations who are doing that are much ahead of others. So leadership and technology enablement is hand in hand. I can give you lots of examples where companies who have not done it have not succeeded in many ways. Um, uh, Technology adoption and embracing across the organization is a leadership tenet, as well as being aware of how to govern it, responsibly manage it, knowing the impact, knowing what could be the possible risk that you could be having by sharing with a wider community is very important. That you have to be very responsible, because anything that you do now is more transparent, more ubiquitous, and if you're not conscious, then you might possibly run a risk. So the risk factor is also going up. So you have to balance. So leadership is also about balancing. So you know the value of your data, you know that you have to innovate, you know you have to share and collaborate, but you just cannot be irresponsible about it.
I think that's very well articulated. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.